All right, again, let's go again. So the year 2025 has the number 7227, the esoteric number. I don't know if you were here or if you remember in the year 2021, in November of 2021, I did again the Arithmosophy for the year 2022. And there was one energy only, one main energy everywhere. It was the energy of war. So then I said, the year 2022, we're going to have war is going to be what will be in the minds of all humanity. And it's not going to be COVID anymore, it will be war. And then this happened. So the arithmosophy readings are very accurate. It's not because, I may misinterpret something, which is rare because we invoke, right? When you invoke, and before doing arithmosophy, I invoke, and I go in a very deep state to interpret everything accurately. But this is so clear that the number 7227 of the year has the name Erato. Erato is one of the 9 muses, and she's the muse of love. Right? So this is a year when we're all going to either fall in love or be, rise in love. We're going to become lovable, and we're going to become, we're going to like ourselves as erotic, not in the porno sense. Erotic in Greek is, human beings. Like we're going to feel sexy again. We're going to feel loved. We're going to feel beautiful. Because these energies after COVID, they have been, beaten by the system, really. I don't know if you agree with me, but these were, all these heavy energies, all this anxiety. So this year, it's going to be this. So there are a few energies that are going to be predominant. One is this: we're going to be tested. Of course, when you fall in love, when you are in love, it's amazing. It's the best thing in the world because your horizons open immediately, and all your projects where everything works, it's the best thing. The heart opens. But some of us are not going to be, and also twin flame is one of the cards. Like many people are going to meet their twin flame. Now, this is very rare because twin flame is, they say that we meet our twin flame in 12 out of more than 7,000 incarnations. Because if we meet our twin flame, there's nothing more to do. It's like we just make love, we look at each other, we enjoy life. We don't have to produce anything for humanity. We don't have to evolve. And you have to burn a lot of karma to meet your twin flame. You have to, I will tell you a very short personal story. I bought some seeds from Master Malek from the Bovina Center. The Ruksharsha, I don't know how to call, these seeds that are, yeah. I bought these, and there was one that was double, and they told me, oh, this is $150. I said, why? Everything was like 50. Because this is the twin flame. You meet your twin flame with this. I bought it immediately. It's like, oh, okay. I was like, no more shopping for me in Bavaria. Just get the twin flame thing. So I got the twin flame thing. The next day, my entire neighborhood was on fire in Greece. It was the fires in Greece. It's not because of the twin flame, all right? God, the universe doesn't work like this. He didn't put an entire area on fire with 100 people who died because of me. But it's a convergence. Everything happens at the same time. I don't know if you understand this, but things don't happen because you did something, automatically something ensues. But sometimes things happen so that you learn the lesson. I found out about the fires the moment we were in Bovina, and there was no internet connection. And Master Marlak said, okay, tomorrow we go for pizza I'll buy you pizza. So we went out the next day for pizza, and the internet came. And that was the moment when the fire had started. Can you imagine that? I mean, that's more than a coincidence, right? And everybody started to call me and say to me, there's a fire, etc. And this happened, the first phone call, when I found out, the moment that I paid the guy who was giving me a ride to the pizza place, one of the other fellow Arhatic yogis, he was the guy who was selling the beads. And I didn't have cash on me. So I said, okay, I want the beads. Let's go and go to an ATM. So we stopped at an ATM. The moment I gave him the money, the phone rang. I mean, that. So, Master Marlak said, I don't know if you want the twin flame beads, because you have to neutralize all your karma. Now, one of the energies of this year is also total karmic redemption for some people. But total karmic redemption happens also if we do something very good. Our good deeds redeem our karma. It's not always a negative event, our good deeds. So doing sometimes one good thing can bring you a load of money, of happiness, of people in your life, one good thing. And if you have noticed, I'm sorry to be preaching you before we start, but this is important, if you have noticed, sometimes we have some bad habits, daily habits, not huge bad habits, like we eat cheese, let's say, and then we feel heavy, and then we are, unable to meditate, or, whatever. We watch Netflix, we work all day, and in the evening we give all that energy of meditation to Netflix. There are these bad habits that all of us, to a certain degree, have. Some more, some less. Some don't have these bad habits, have other bad habits. No one is perfect. If someone is perfect, they are not in incarnation. So once we learn our lesson and we start doing the right thing, and we start enjoying and appreciating every day of our lives, immediately things shift, and opportunity for service comes, and good things come in our lives, and things change. So you redeem your karma also by learning your lessons, in a way. If you learn your lessons, you tithe, you give money to good causes, you help people, then your karma can, really be redeemed. And we don't have all the incarnations karma, we have this incarnation's karma. All right, let's move on. So one of the energies is erato, which is singing, enjoying, and becoming lovable, and falling in love. And poetry of love, is related to this year. Also, um, we have the support of Poseidon and Hephaestus, who are water, storms, all that, which means if something like this happens, we're going to get through it. It's not going to be the end of the world, if there are storms. I cannot predict if there will be. You see what's happening, in the world. Now, full moon of Leo also. This is a year where many people are going to relate to their labor of Leo, which means discipline, souls, self-discipline, and proving to the master, to the watching master. The watching master may be the Christ. If you're not a pranic healer, if you're not an Arhatic yogi, if you're just a person who is not in a spiritual path, it is someone, when you sleep, you go and serve that teacher. And when I say master, I don't mean master of you, master of the energy of himself. So that's when you prove to the watching master that you can produce work to spread the teachings, right? So this is going to be a year with an immense spreading of the teachings, the spiritual teachings. This year we're going to have we're going to have the favors of Hermes. Hermes, communication, marketing, everything. It's going to be a good year for all that. People are going to be able to be more because also year 2025 has the number 2662. That's another number for not 2025, year 2025, right? So we're going to be more able to be an island within ourselves, to be self-contained, to be collected, collected, to be in control of our emotions and thoughts. Another major energy of this year is the path to ascension. The path to ascension means that many people this year are going to they're going to transition to a higher spiritual level. They're going to be initiated the way I see it. There's going to be mass initiations, and let's hope we're among those people who will be initiated. It depends on our, also Andromeda constellation. Andromeda constellation is a constellation that means that we have harnessed matter. We are more spiritual. So this year is going to take humanity to a higher spiritual level. Now, we can only interpret the inner workings of the year, right? But this is going to be a major shift in spirituality. So, and Hermes also is the avatar who taught us about the energy body. Do you know this thing that he holds, the shaft with the two snakes and the wings? I mean, if you're a Hatha yogi, you know what that means, or you can think what that might mean, these two things around the central shaft. So this is going to bring a lot of awareness to the world about pranic healing, about the energy body, and people are going to it's going to be a bridge to a higher plane. Now, right, it's incredible that almost in every month, this is esoteric arithmosophy, right? I don't know what is going, I mean, this is a year 9. Let me tell you this also. Year 9, see how it fits with, in plain arithmosophy, 2 + 2 + 5 is 9. And that means that it's a year where many things will end, but also it's a year for you to be able exoterically to make money that you can keep. It's a year to do big business and big things that you want. It's a year to be more humanitarian than any other year of the 9-year cycle. It's a humanitarian year and the year of love, falling in love. It's affirming that Erato and the year 9, it's a year for love. This is going to be a year where you're going to be more emotional than ever. You have to check your emotions, control your emotions, but at the same time, you have to open your heart to love. Now, this entire year is going to be, I think you know this because I've taught this many times, but in case you didn't watch any of my other seminars, every 100 years, on the 25th year of the century, there is a conclave, a union, how do you call it? A conclave. It's a meeting in the higher planes between the higher masters and archangels and higher beings, and they decide the divine plan, the interpretation of the divine plan for the next 100 years. And every time there is a theme, and according to Lucy Strauss and Alice Bailey, we have even a record of the subject of every meeting. Like the last one was in 1925. Now, in 2025, the topic is going to be the reappearance of the Christ. And obviously, Christ will be there, in the meeting. And I think he's in every meeting. And anyway, whenever the Christ reappears, whether it is this year, 2025, or in 10 years, it does make any difference. What is important is that the higher masters say, the ascended masters say that the moment that this meeting, it will probably take place on Wesak. So this is the most important Wesak in the history of humanity until now. That's what they say, this ascended masters. This is the most important time ever. And we are the luckiest generation ever. That's what they say. Now, why? I don't know, but let's see, right? In previous incarnations, perhaps we had some possibilities, Now, perhaps we can do great things, and we don't take that into account. We don't realize that we can heal a person to Indonesia just by cleaning his aura and energizing it. We don't realize, we take this for granted. But we are going to change the world in a positive way. We're going to be part of a shift, and that's going to be a positive shift. And they say that this Wesak probably will take place in the ashram in London, I mean, in the higher planes, you know, the conclave. And of course, if you want to be in London on Wesak, that's the best place to be. And but wherever you are, just tune in to the masters. It's going to be a very special Wesak. And they say that right after that, in the third full moon, you know, the first is the April full moon, the second is the May, the third one is the June. They say, and after the June full moon, usually things happen, start to manifest, to materialize, right? Our wishes, our tithing, our service, whatever we've done, it starts to bear fruit. So they say that after June 2025, we will begin to see amazing, good people who want what is good to in great position. Hello, someone is talking and please turn off your. Okay, I've muted them all. All right, so we're going to see you know, personalities that want to do, great personalities who want to do good in great positions of top leading organizations in the world. We're going to see amazing leaders that are going to change the world. And the ascended masters will externalize, you know, they will be here on earth with us. They say that the Lord, I heard a cling. I just heard a little bell from my I don't know from where actually. It's from my phone, no? Anyway, so they will be here, and also the Christ will overshadow us, the people of goodwill, and a little bit of the Christ will be part, you know, will fill us up. So we're going to upgrade. We're going to go to another level, right? So this is what will happen in 2025. So it is very important. Again, another bell. That was my phone. So it's very important to prepare for this. You know, this is what we've been incarnating for many, many thousands of incarnations. It's a good idea if we now put a little effort. And how, before I continue with the arithmosophy, the way to put effort is this. You just take out of your life whatever doesn't serve you. Take it out. Just don't do everything. And if you try to do too many things every day, then the next day, more things will come. Work doesn't end. You know, chores don't end. So plan better, spend more time planning, more intelligently, you know, plan better. Let's say, okay, I'll do all the housework, the shopping, the laundry, the this and that on Thursday, let's say, and I will do it with music. I will put music, I will go shopping, then I'll come back, I'll put music, and I will do it slowly and enjoy it. And that's going to be that day. But the rest of the week, I will be able to, you know, don't fill your days with different mix of work. Just be more calm, more mindful, and do things more slowly and more happily. You can't work all day waiting that in the end of the day you will relax. You can't work for reward. You have everything you do has to be the reward. You have to do things with joy, you know? Like you go to work, if you don't like your work, take a session with me and I'll guide you to leave your job and get a better opportunity. I mean, you know, if you don't like all what you're doing, then you have to find your purpose. Anyway, so let's continue. So in 2025, Wesak things are going to start showing. Of course, when the good gets better, the bad sometimes gets worse, you know? So I don't know about the reaction of, you know, what it might be. You know, I don't know what may manifest. I don't know the exoteric events. But I know that in January is going to be the Dharma of the year, you know, is going to be the main event of 2025, the Dharma of the year. Everything is in January. Now, January is Archangel Gabriel. And Archangel Gabriel also brings prosperity, you know, and writing for people who want to write a book, you know, is he relates to prosperity and to writing. There's going to be perhaps some more warring, you know, attempts, you know, we don't know where the war will be. I don't see the war ending, not only from a geopolitical aspect, you know, but also from arithmosophy, because it says January has the same number. January 2025 has the number 10329. Also, look, since this is the esoteric number, so since this is a year 9, right, with a straight numerology, every month is a month personal, you know, is a month 1, January. February is a month number 2. This doesn't happen with every year. You have to add the year to the month. So January is the first month. Number 1 is a more feisty, you know, number. And it relates a little bit to the labor of Aries, war, the horses of war, and all that. So we will see what happens. But also January is victory of Donald Trump 2024, January, and it has the same number. So this means because he will be inaugurated, right? And then things will start to change in a way. I think they will start in a positive way. Some things will be bad that we will not like at all, but some things will be good because perhaps some things will be uncovered. And that's what Arithmosophy says. It says, okay, January also has the main event of 2025. Another number for January 2025 is 5335. I have 2 interpretations, the Greek calculation and the English. So I'm giving you all the information. Wishing star. So wishing star is the soul star, is the soul, you know, the soul is the star to which you wish. If you want something, you ask your soul. Your soul can give you whatever you want. Remember the Lord Jesus said, ask and you shall receive. If you think you don't deserve anything, you shall not receive. So ask and you shall receive. So the wishing star. Also, decipher your higher purpose. So you have to know your purpose and go for it. That is the you know, January is going to be a new beginnings month, you know. Also, the phrase, the end of corruption in the USA has the same number. And firm decision to do what is right. These are the potencies. Not everybody will do what is right, of course. And the Trinity, isosceles triangle, which means the Trinity. So, all right, February, let me just tell you the numbers and the potencies of the months quickly, because if I tell you everything, it's going to be too long for you. So February 2025 has the number 7326, and it relates completely to Saint John the Baptist. And what did he do? He prepared the world for the Christ, right? For the arrival of the Christ. So this is the same energy. February is going to be preparing the world for the arrival of the Christ, which is in Wesak, right? And this was is part of the Aquarius labor, the labor in Aquarius, because in Aquarius that we are entered already is the era for unity of all people, you know, and peace on earth. You have to think also of what you did in August 2019. August 2019 relates to the outcome of February. So if you did something in February, you know, in August 2019 that, remember if you can, or if you have a, you know, if you have a calendar or something. All right, so also February, blessings from the Christ and the destination of the United States of America. The United States of America, according to the Ascended Masters, will be the land from where a group of people will change the world and bring peace on earth. So then what else? Christmas also, okay, all right. So February 2025 will relate also, has the number also 6886, which is Christmas 2025, which means that February will relate to Christmas. Christmas is a good time for initiation. So be good on February, right? And also, it's a number where the it's an eagle to swan means eagle to swan is another phrase that has the same number. It means incarnated soul to higher soul. We're going to be more connected, more union with the higher soul. And also the shift to soul. See how amazing is that coincidence? You have you have eagle to swan, higher soul to lower to incarnated soul. Eagle is a higher soul. Swan is a incarnated soul. Same number, bridge to 2025. Bridge is the antakarana, is the bridge, right? And then the shift to soul. We're going to shift we're going to be more spiritual. We're going to shift to soul. We will have more soul guidance. All right. And then March 2025 is a very amazing Arithmosophy 9218. All right. Now listen to this. This is amazing. Three things coincide in March 2025. Saint Cosmas. Saint Cosmas is I heard one day in my meditation, Saint Cosmas, so I Googled it, and he's a prophet. And this prophet said that the day that the two lilac trees converge, that's going to be the beginning of the peace on earth, of what is desired by all humanity. So lilac trees in Greek is Paschalies, which means Easters also. It also means the two Easters. So I thought, the two, Catholic and Orthodox Easter, because I'm Orthodox, so I'm Greek Orthodox. So my mind, and I Googled it, and it is on the 20th of April of 2025. So it's going to be, so on March, usually events on the astral plane take part, in the inner world, take part, and in the mental plane earlier. So March 2025 has the following: Saint Cosmas, 20 April 2025, which is the day that he prophesied, and Lord Maitreya, which is the prophecy of the coming of the Christ. I mean, it's amazing, right? So also, okay, March 2025 in English has the very super duper number of 6996. This is the number of Pythagoras, of the Argonautic expedition, which means the trip of the soul around the constellations from incarnation to incarnation. And it has another thing that is connected is a meteorite fall in Greece, which it is, there was something that lit up the sky, and it happened some years ago. And this is connected to the coming of the Christ, because if you see Rorik's paintings, who was, what's his name? Nicholas Rorik, who was a part of the Lucis, of the Theosophical School. His paintings have the coming of the Christ, the second coming, not when the Lord Jesus was born, but the coming of the Christ with the star falling, it has this, So March has this. Let's see if something happens. You remember, that, there is some drama with a meteorite. It will not fall on Earth. It will not destroy Earth. It will just be a sign in the skies about the Lord coming. Also auspicious, the word auspicious, lucky, fortunate. Just a moment. Yeah, also Orpheus has this number, which means, Orpheus, he relates to the energy body. He brought the knowledge in antiquity of the energy body as well. Fourth ray. Now, fourth ray is harmony through conflict. There may be war, there may be conflict, that there will also be resolution. Also, Enoch. Enoch is Metatron, and Metatron, Archangel Metatron, is the one who welcomes people to the spiritual path. Many, many people will enter pranic healing and the spiritual path in general in March 2025. And it also relates to the angelic kingdom because Enoch is the one who wrote the Bible of the angels. He relates to the angelic kingdom. It also says end of alien invasion. Well, I don't know about that. I'm just telling you, I'm just saying, if there is an alien invasion, don't worry, Christina. I can see Catalina. I can see Catalina. She's like, "Oh, right." Don't worry. There is an alien invasion. We hope to make it because the Christ is coming in April. There's going to be the beginning of the conclave. Yeah, we have to remember that whatever happens, we are the soul. We are indestructible and we don't die. So if we just remove the fear of death, life is going to be such an adventure. So April is going to be, look, April has the number 8778. And this has, whatever has the number 8778 is the coming of the Messiah. I mean, how much more obvious? So perhaps the Christ will, it relates, of course, in arithmosophy, you see the things that relate. So it relates to this, the conclave relates to the coming. It doesn't mean, but also, conclave of 2025 has the same number. I mean, arithmosophy is incredible, right? So April 2025, 8778, coming of the Messiah, Archangel Gabriel, who also announced the coming of the Christ to Mother Mary, the Archangel Gabriel, right? He announced to her that you are with child. So he's another announcer of the coming of the Christ. And then main event of 2024, we don't know. Things are still happening today. So they're going to be unfolding, whether it is with Palestine or with Syria or with Lebanon or whatever. We don't know what it is. Perhaps it's a spiritual event. Conclave of 2025 has the same number, and soulmate. So in April 2025, perhaps many of us are going to be finding a soulmate. Now, May also has the same number. That's why I said it's incredible, because April and May of every year have the same esoteric number. That's one of the proofs that I've discovered, right? So again, coming of the Messiah, Archangel Gabriel, conclave of 2025. April and May, it's amazing. All right, so June, we continue with June. June has the number 8217, and it relates to Ascended Master Hilarion, Ascended Master Serapis Bey, Ascended Master Jesus. No, excuse me, hold on. Ascended Master Hilarion, healing, right? Energy healing. Ascended Master Serapis Bey, he is one of the ascended masters that come from Venus, and he was in the Luxor Ascension Temple. So that relates again to the ascension, and the ascension is not only going to another dimension, but also spiritually transforming, spiritual transformation, right? And he's also relates to the fourth ray of war, of conflict, but also of harmony through conflict. And ascension relates to the Kundalini energy. And also another phrase, Ascended Master Jesus succeeds Pope Francis in the Vatican, has the same number. Now, the Ascended Masters have said, Lord Joel has said, that when the Christ comes, Lord Jesus will be in the seat of the Pope. He's going to be the leader of the church, right? Makes sense. They say Lord Jesus is now in Syria. I've known this for a year at least. So, okay, so June 2025 has one more in English, is 3993. And that again relates to December 2025, where a lot of initiations happen. To purpose and plan. To March 2022, the war had started. To Aquila constellation, which is where the ascent it relates to the masters, and travel to India. I don't know what that is, but in general, this is a month that relates to the eagles. The eagles are the masters, and to the higher soul, and to our purpose. But also you can see that there is some friction there. I mean, there may be war. We don't know what kind of war will be. Later on, we see something about Iran later on. July 2025, but perhaps there is just peace brought in all the wars that already exist. July 2025 is a number 7997. That relates 100% to the Christ, because that is the number of the Essenes, The Essenes is the Melchizedek, lineage of which Lord Jesus was part of. So July, it says hierarchy saves humanity after its plea for help. So, and also the Aries constellation. Aries constellation again relates to war, the horses of war. But the hierarchy saves humanity. And also you see another event here, another number, the anger of Achilles. That was the anger of Achilles started a war, like the Trojan War. So, and Tria was in Turkey. Let's hope Greece is okay. Anyway, so if you hear anything about Greece and Turkey, just know that all the Aegean Sea is Greek for thousands of years. And if anyone says that half of it is not, it's not true. Now, this is not politics, it's the truth, it's the map. Just go look at the map. All right, so July 2025 also has the number 3883, which is the number of Lucy's Trust, the conclave of 2025, and February 2022, again, that was a year of war in Ukraine, so it's war related. So July is a month that is related to war. And it all starts in June to be prepared. But we don't know what kind of war. Let's see, where is that thing with Iran? Yeah, in August. All right, month of transformation. July is month of transformation. So forget about what is happening in the world. Inside us, it's going to be a month of transformation. We're going to be more spiritual. We're going to be more tense in our spiritual work, right? And then again, it's the month of transformation, has the same number as Prophet Habakkuk, who was again, he prophesied the coming of the Christ. Every month almost we have a prophet who prophesied the coming of the Christ. And what he did, he prophesied also the liberation of Jerusalem and from the, was that prophet? No, that's another prophet later on. That's a prophet in September. So liberation of Jerusalem and coming of the Christ. August 2025, we're going to have, also it says that the trials for elections 2020 fraud outcome is going to relate to that month. So there may be some politics in the US, we'll see. So August 2025 also has the month 3553. Which is elections outcome 2024. We will see what, it will relate to Trump. Also, Iran and USA relations. Saint Francis of Assisi has the same number. So it's going to be a loving kindness month for us. Invisible world, we're going to have help from the invisible world, whatever happens. And the cherubs are very loving angels, very high ranking angels. September will be totally related to the soul. Indigo pearl means, the soul, a lot of emotions, Poseidon, and perhaps Poseidon also relates to uh, storms, to the sea, emotions though, mainly. And higher beings, the dominions are going to be invoked. So that perhaps relates to stopping storms and to weather, work to soothe the weather. Island of Patmos again relates to Saint John the Baptist, who and the Apocalypse, who talked about the second coming of the Christ. Prophet Micheas is another one who prophesied the um, the destruction of the some the part of the Samaritans' sins, of the places that have a lot of sin in the region of the Middle East, in the places that have sinned a lot. And he prophesied again the coming of the Christ, of the Messiah, the Christ of the Jewish people. Who is the Christ? September has also the number of 9889, which relates to December 2021. If you can make any, but December perhaps 2021 was the planning of the war in 2022, but also see what it means to you on a personal level. So in September 2025, you will have events. For example, my husband, with whom we have not been together for 20 years, he passed away in December 2021. And this, started another phase for me, trying to make his work, because he was a very good artist, famous. And it relates to September 2025. You have to see how it affected you personally, December 2021. Okay, and Coma Berenices relates to the mother of the form, just the form only, the form. We're going to be a little bit taken in by the form. We have to be more spiritual, be careful to be more spiritual. Now, October 2025, we're almost there. October 2025, we're going to see the result, the outcome of the elections for humanity, all right? The elections of the US, are going to show their outcome in October 2025. We will have a new moon on, also the same number, the number is 11,550, and the same number is for the new moon in Pisces 2025, which is in February. So whatever happens in February, we will see in October. End of February is the new moon in Pisces, 28th of February. And also it relates to the year 2023. So if you want to remember what this year was for you. And again, Yehoshua bar Myriam, the Lord Jesus name, October. October 2025 in English is 10439. And it says 2030 year of the second coming. Now we're not sure that 2030 will be the year. Perhaps it will be 2025. Healthy United States of America has the same number. So something, Bobby Kennedy will do something about the healthy United States of America, because that's what he has said. I don't know if you follow politics. He said he's going to make America healthy again. So we will see something happening in October in relation to that. Effects of vaccines of 2020 will show in October 2025. Apollonian the Tianeus, another incarnation of Lord Jesus. And Archangel Metatron, again, the angels and the welcoming of the new aspirants, more spirituality, and the Himalayas mountain range. Again, spirituality. November 2025 has a number 5324. Again, outcome of the elections of November of 2024 for the USA. We will see the outcome. And again, spirituality, crown chakra. and Archangel Zadkiel, who is the angel of mercy, surrender, forgiveness, and peace, right? Master Paul the Venetian, Chohan of the third ray, communications, arts, and divine proof. So we're going to have some proof of the divine. That's what it means. So November 2025 also has the number 6325, which is year of transformation. This is the year of our transformation. Transformation is also, third initiation related, like control of the mind. But for some, it's going to be control of the emotions, second initiation. For some, would be just becoming harmless, first initiation. Herculean labor of the ascended sign. In November, we're going to be, each of us, this is amazing. You will see that this will be so. November is going to be the month that you're going to have your labor, in effect, you will be tested in your labor a lot or succeed in your labor, right? So your labor, your mission, your soul's mission in this incarnation is your ascendance mission. If you see The Labors of Hercules by Alice Bailey, your ascendance mission is your labor. Reincarnation year of Master Choa. So I don't know if he wants to reincarnate, but if he does, it would be nice. He could be great as the head of the World Health Organization. Master Choa, can you imagine? If Master Choa, came and he was the World Health Organization leader, that would be great. I don't think he has to reincarnate. I think he can just appear as the leader. So Sagittarius constellation, going straight to the goal, and destroying all negative thought forms through the use of the Om. Spirituality and Lord of the Wheels. Lord of the Wheels is Lord of Karma. The wheels turn, and it's either auspicious turn of the wheel or karma, new karma coming up. December. Okay, I know it was a long and very, full of information. I said, okay, I will just tell you a couple of things. I can't because it's all full of information. So December 2025 has the number 4323, which is also the number of Grandmaster Choa Kok Sui. So perhaps you never know. It also has the number of, that is the number of October. So October, yeah, we will see a lot coming from the American government. Sandalphon. Sandalphon is prosperity. And the Chohan ray. The Chohan ray is the ray of our personality. We have to see we have to know what is the ray of our personality to know ourselves. That's very important. Also, the method of manifestation. The method of manifestation is usually positive thinking, joy, purification, right? Archangel Cassiel, he also relates to prosperity. Yehoshua Bar Myriam, Lord Jesus, and Haniel, love. So it's a very good month, December altogether. December 2025 in the English of, calculations has the same number as June, as we said. So whatever happens in June will end, will conclude in December. Now, the outcome of the whole year of 2025 in general for all of us will be total karmic redemption. Let's see. Is the number 6105, Lord Paul the Venetian, which is art, beauty, Wadud, which means compassion and love, loving, compassionate. Prophet Aegeus, who said, I'm sorry, just a second. So, I'm sorry. I have an alarm for 7 o'clock. All right, 7 o'clock in Greece. So Prophet Aggeus is another prophet who said that, of course, he prophesied the coming of the Messiah, but it was also about the reconstruction of the Solomon Temple. Now, this is an inner meaning. It's not, I don't know. They say that it's being constructed, etc., in Israel, but I don't know what is every temple. It matters how it is used. That's what's important, right? So the Solomon Temple, we have to think what it is. It has a higher meaning. It relates to the bodies, to the spiritual bodies. Okay, and there is some punishment in this. The outcome has some punishment for people who sin a lot in the mind, who think negatively, people who think negatively, I mean, consistently, like we all have some negative thoughts sometimes, but people who think negatively for the world and are thinking like, oh, there's going to be nuclear war, which will never be, by the way. The Lord, Joel Kuhl said there will never be World War III. We will not be sucked in the whole world into a World War III, nor nuclear war. So for people who are sinning in their mind, like, for example, someone is married and you fall in love and you're thinking of that married person and no, you have to make a firm decision that he's married, right? You're going to have consequences if you do that. Or if you're thinking the world will end, you're going to face the consequences. Don't do that, right? It's going to be a time where people are going to, a lot of people will be more spiritual, or, I mean, sometimes I've been meditating for so many years that sometimes it's like my inspiration is not when I'm working or when I'm meditating, but in general, this excitement that I had the first years, is a bit gone. You know what I mean? In the beginning, it was all miracles. Now it's like, oh my God, 13, 14 years I'm meditating, and it's like, it's something that is normal. But that doesn't mean that you're less spiritual. It's just that your spirituality has come into your life and it's grounded itself. In the beginning, you didn't know what spirituality. Master Choa says is not only meditation. It's much more than that. So we're also here to ground the spirit on earth, right? So this is going to be a year where we have to think positively, no matter what happens outside. If they're saying, oh, go into shelters, there's a meteorite falling on earth, you will all die. You're like, la, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum, you start chanting. Trust. I'm not saying don't go to a shelter, but trust. We are here to spread peace, to think positively, and to spread this peace that we have to others. And in Greece, August 2020 is going to be, actually August 2020 was not so bad for us. All right, something about Greece. It's okay. All right, let's go to the cards now. All right. So, yay. Me too. All right. So these are the cards for all humanity, not for each of you. All right. So you remember we had a lot of Saint Paul, the Venetian, Saint Paul. So this is the main card of the year 2025, artistic expression. And the wheel, from the tarot cards, the wheel change, positive, it's good, auspicious change of the wheel. It's a lot of luck. This is going to be the main card. The issue of the whole year is going to be dreams. We have to be observing our dreams, observing our meditation, whatever you have to be able to interpret, Google if you see something in your meditation. But in general, artistic expression. This means we have to be creative. When you're creative, you're, succeeding in expelling evil from your life. That's what it happens. Oh, that's what happens really. When you're being creative, you're playing, you're you need that. You need everything in life. It's not only work. Is that Abla? Abla? Hi, Abla. It's nice to see you. All right. I was just, we arrived at the cards. I will post a recording so you can see it. So in 2025, I said the main card, we arrived at the cards, is going to be artistic expression. We have to be creative. We have to, and also positive change. The wheel turns, right? So this is a very ancient way to do the cards. I will show you. You can take a screenshot if you like. And this is, and you will see afterwards what it means. All right, take a screenshot. And this is really an ancient, this is the shape of the tetractys. The tetractys is a very sacred Pythagorean, it's the four first numbers. One, the Pythagoreans, they wrote numbers with dots. So this is number 10, perfection. It's God. The Jewish, they had the Hebrew rabbis, they put the name of Yahweh, Yehovah in each, little square, in little, it was rounds actually. It's a very sacred symbol. So doing the cards like this, it invokes, hold on again, let me show it again. It invokes a greater collaboration from the angels, right? And I invoked to the angels of, you will see to who I invoked. When we invoke for your cards, you will see to who I invoke. It's incredible. All right. So again, the top card is the premise of the reading. Are we talking about 2025? What will happen mainly? Artistic expression, the wheel. The wheel is the positive change. And taking into account of our dreams, being intuitive, being aware of the astral. And that means also controlling our emotions. Now, the right card, the light card, shows the cosmos influence leading us to action. What will happen? What will lead us to action, right? And it is energy healing. So the influence of the cosmos will guide us to do energy healing, to heal others, to heal ourselves. Also, to meditate. We said the whole year is about a transition to a higher spiritual level. And to accept ourselves. That self-acceptance and meditation are the major cards of the year. Very important. The way in which, do you remember we said this is the year of love. Everybody will fall in love. Everybody will be tested in love. Everyone will have karma in relation to love, whatever. Everyone will experience love and will feel more loved, more sexy, more lovable. So this is the year for self-acceptance, but also spirituality and meditation. Now, the other card, the dark card, is the reaction of the cosmos, how the cosmos will, dark card, that's how these people call it. I didn't create this system, right? But I'm interpreting the cards and I chose the Ascended Masters cards. Only good decks of cards, archangels, etc. So the dark card is the reaction of the cosmos to the actions, of the individual. So according to what we do, the answer. And the answer for humanity in total is yes, yes. Ganesh, the card of Ganesh, the card of yes. Yes means all the roads are open. Go ahead. All your dreams can come true. All your aspirations can come true. And another card, celebration, celebration from the higher planes, celebration that we are making it as humanity. And another card, the magician. The magician means, yes, you can do it. Life is magic. You just have to think positively and you will manifest whatever you want. Right. Now, underneath these, there are three cards, the creator, the sustainer, which means the creator is what we have to, new things, new decisions and directions we have to make. The sustainer is decisions that we should not change, things we should keep, maintain. And the destroyer is things that should not be continued. Now, in the creator card, we have to, is the card of fertility. Fertility in all levels, in nature, especially in nature, but also in our work, prosperity, all these things. And also another card, power, power through forgiveness, being magnanimous, forgiving others, and having the inner strength to forgive and to let go. Now, in the sustainer card, I call it the Vishnu card, it means you have to sustain being able to find the blessings in your current situation, not to be always wanting something else. You have to be able to sustain as humanity gratitude, right? Also, spiritual development, very important, and um, divine synchronicity and being able, humanity has been able to move has been trying to end things and move on. So we have to sustain this effort in letting go of the past and moving on. Now, in the Shiva, which is always the most difficult in the destroyer card, it's most difficult to interpret because all things that should not be continued, it says here balance, cooperation, compromise. We have to destroy some compromise here, you know? Balance is a good thing, but compromise is not always a good thing. And also new beginnings, the way I interpret, and crystals. So the way I interpret this is that we have to stop seeking new beginnings to always leave, go to another place, start something, we have to learn how to stay. We have to learn how to love who we are, where we are. This is very important. I'm not saying not to start a new business, not to start a new direction, but we have to learn that this is very important for humanity because all heaven is inside us. It's not outside. Now, in the four lower cards show first the driving force of the soul, the ambitions, the will. The water card is our emotions. The air card is our thoughts, our mind, and the earth card is the physical realities that we will see. So in the fire card, we will see what we have to do and start doing is nurture ourselves. Be cultivate, when you're alone, cultivate that sense of magic sensation, remember, find your child, your inner child, and find this magical sensation. This is very easy to have if you just, all right, I will read you this card because this is very important for all of us. Hold on. Let me see where it is. All right. This says, I'm translating now because that was in Greek. Find your childish sensation of the miraculous and of awe. See the world like a magical place. Do you remember when you were a child how magical the world seemed? The sense of magic is the spirit of our inner child. Have you lost this sensation somewhere on the way? Your angels ask you to find your magic sensation, through remembering that a miraculous power is surrounding you. You have to ask from God and the angels to help you with anything, small or big. So don't worry, you're not driving the angels away from their important duties. The angels love to help you, etc. This is how you bring out, they really want to support you so that you have no worries. So the way to recreate your magic sensation is in believing in the angels, in at least experimenting, asking them for whatever you want and seeing this happen. Of course, then you ask them and you don't think, oh, yeah, this is never going to happen. You have to be open and receptive to seeing. So that's how you reconnect with this amazing admiration and miraculous sensation when you're open to miracles, when you are in connection with the angels. That's very important. All right. So now in the emotional card, twin flame, our emotions, forget it. This is the twin flame year. If many people meet their twin flame, it's going to be really, really, it's going to be really a loving planet. You know? Also, if you want to have your emotions healed, you need to retreat into nature. You need to take walks. You need to take, travel in nature. You need to have justice. Justice. You have to follow justice. Your emotions of justice, your feeling of justice has to be, cultivated. And also celebration. You have to celebrate life, everything. And the air card is the mind, how to address your mental plane, your mental body, so that you're well, is choose peace, detach from drama, you know, choose peace, detach from drama. Just don't get sucked into situations and drama, let others do whatever they want, just you choose peace. Also, the card of meditation and self-acceptance comes into play. So your mind has to accept yourself. You have to love yourself. And that is going to result into an awakening and into that ascension into a greater spiritual level that we said earlier. Now, on the earth, how it's going to manifest in your daily life, you are going to accept yourself. It's fantastic. You're going to outcome is going to be you will accept yourself, and you will have tremendous prosperity, and that is going to be able to make your dreams manifest and help others as much as you want. Really, these are the cards. And what you have to do to have that is focus upon your strengths. In your daily life, you have to focus upon your strengths. So this is very clear to me. What we have to do this year is we have to control our mind. We have to control our emotions. We have to be self-accepting, meditating, choosing peace, loving ourselves the moment. I have another session on the 7th of January. Just mark your calendar. This is going to be amazing. 7th of January. I'm going to advertise it a lot on Facebook, and I will send you, if you want, you can send me at evitamyriam@hotmail.com. You can send me an email with your email so that I can invite you. It's going to be a free session of 1 hour in which we're going to remove all inner obstacles, and we are going to examine our life, and we are going to visualize, we're going to create this atmosphere of being content and happy with who we are, because we're going to remove whatever we don't like, because we are not that. We are the soul. We're so much greater than that, right? So now we have concluded our divinations, and we can continue to drawing a card for each of you.